Good day everyone. Welcome to Learn with MN. In this video, we will discuss a very interesting feature in Inkscape called symbols. Symbols provide a library of graphic elements that you can easily reuse and edit across different projects. For example, when working on UI design projects, you'll often need specific graphics or icons. Instead of creating or importing them each time, you can use the symbols library, saving you a lot of time and effort. To access these symbols, go to the Object menu and select Symbols. Here, the tab of Symbols will open. Inkscape comes with a set of predefined symbols that you can use in your projects. This dropdown shows a list of different symbol sets. You can view symbols of any specific set by selecting them from this list, or you can view all symbols by selecting All Symbols Set. Right now, their names are hidden. If you want to see the name of each symbol, then click down here and check the Show Names option. You can also change the preview size of symbols with the Tile Size option. Here, you can search symbols by name. For example, if I type Heli, then all symbols with Heli in their name will show up. Let's see how to use symbols. To add any symbol on the canvas, just click and drag the symbol onto the canvas. Now, you can transform it and change its color as per your need, like this. In built-in symbols, some symbols have only fill colors like these examples. But some symbols are paths with stroke color. For example, if I drag stairs and change its fill, it is not changed because it has a stroke color. So if I apply stroke color, it is changed. Similarly, there are some symbols with a combination of both fill and stroke elements. For example, this escalator is a combination of both. If I change its fill, then only this shape is changed, and if I change the stroke color, then this escalator is changed. So, don't worry if you are having trouble changing their colors. Let's talk about how to edit these symbols. After dragging and dropping a symbol, you can only transform it or change its color, but you can't edit it directly. If you try to use the Node tool, you'll notice there's nothing to edit. So, if you want to make changes to a symbol, you'll need to convert it to a path. To do this, select the symbol, go to the Path menu, and choose Object to Path. Now, the symbol is converted back into separate, editable elements that are grouped. You can see each element in the Layers tab, and edit them as needed. However, this won't affect the original symbol. Editing is useful when you need to make changes for a specific project, or if you want to modify and save it as a new symbol for future use. Let's discuss how you can create your own symbol set and use it in any project. For example, if you have some social media icons that you'd like to save as symbols for later use, here's how you can do it. First, select Current Document from the drop-down menu. Since we haven't added any symbols to this document yet, so to add one, we'll need to do a few things first. You can save symbols with fixed colors or with changeable colors. To allow a symbol's color to be changed later, you'll need to set its fill color to unset. To do this, go to the Fill and Stroke tab, select Fill, and choose Unset Paint. This will turn the object black by default, but it will allow you to change its color at any time. Now, if you select the object and click the Add button, you'll see it added to the symbol list. Even if you delete it from the canvas, you can still use it anytime by dragging and dropping it from the list. Because the fill is unset, you can change its color to any other you like. To save symbols with fixed colors, simply color your object with the desired colors before converting it into a symbol. Once you're satisfied with the colors, add this to the symbols list just like we did earlier. Now, when you drag and drop this symbol, you'll notice that you can't change its color unless you convert it back to a path using the Object to Path option. If you notice, the symbol is given a random name. To change the name, there are two methods. The first method is to revert the symbol to its original object, rename it, and then convert it back to a symbol with the new name. To do this, first delete any copies of the symbol. when you revert the symbol, you'll get the original object back. Now, select the object, go to the Object menu, and choose Object Properties. You can also use the shortcut key Ctrl-Shift-O. This will open a tab here with some properties of the selected object. To give your symbol a custom name, enter the name in the title field and click the Set button at the bottom. Don't forget to click Set after renaming, or your changes will be lost. Now, if you go back to the Symbols tab and add this object as a symbol, you'll see it added with your custom name. Using this method, you have to rename your object first before converting it into a symbol. The second method allows you to rename symbols after adding them. For example, if I add the other 3 icons without renaming them first, they'll be added to the list with random names. To change these names, go to the File menu and select Document Resources. In this menu, open Symbols. This will show you all the symbols in the current document along with their names. To rename a symbol, double-click on it, type the new name, and press Enter. Using this method, you can rename all the symbols after adding them. Again, don't forget to press Enter after renaming, or your changes won't be saved. You can also delete any symbol from the document using the Delete option here. So far, we've discussed how to save and use symbols within the current document. Now, let's talk about how to save them as a library for use in other projects. To do this, you'll need to save the document in the Symbols folder specified by Inkscape. To find the exact location of this folder, go to the Edit menu and open Preferences. Go to the System menu and look for User Symbols. The path will be displayed next to it. This is where you'll save your symbols file. You can either save your file directly in this folder, or save it somewhere else, and then move it here. Make sure to give your document a name that you'll recognize later in the Symbols set. Let's save this file as Social Media Icons directly in the Symbols folder. Now, when you open a new document or restart Inkscape, you'll see it in the drop-down list. Let's open a new document. Open the Symbols tab, and look for our symbol set. And here it is, saved and ready for later use. To delete this set, simply remove it from the Symbols folder, and after restarting Inkscape, it will be gone from the list. To learn more about Inkscape, visit our channel and view other videos. That was all for this video. If you have any queries, feel free to write in the comments section or contact us on our website. Its link is in the description. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thank you for watching.